Hello everyone and welcome to tutorial number 57 in a series of video tutorials for Java programming. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon as well to stay up to date with every tutorial I upload on my channel. So in the last tutorial we discussed about exploring some string methods. We explored some string methods in the previous tutorial. So in this tutorial we are going to continue from where we left in the previous tutorial. So if you watched the previous tutorial, you will remember that I had trouble explaining this two functions. So I went through the theoretical part and I am back with the explanation of these methods. So first of all, let us talk about explanation of this getChars method. Okay. So for example, I am going to create a new string here. Okay. Let us say the day is very sunny outside. Okay, so now this is the string, and this string is containing this particular sentence: the day is very sunny outside. Now you already remember that in the previous tutorial we discussed this caret method. Okay, so if you remember what exactly that method did, that caret method, this particular method I'm talking about, char at a particular index. So this particular method, what it did, it was returning a character value at a specified index. So obviously the index is going to start from 0, okay, and it is going to go up till that array index. Okay, I mean I am talking about index of the string, I think. So it is going to start at 0. Okay, for example, if I write 0 here, it is going to print t, because this we already discussed this in the previous tutorial. Okay, if I write 0 here, it is going to print t. Okay, so now this particular method, it had the drawback that it can return exactly one string. Okay, but this getChars method, this particular method, it can return more than one string. Okay, I mean more than one character, because this particular method, it could return only one character at a time, but this particular method, it can return more than one character at a time. All right, so for example, how this particular method is going to work. I want to get this sunny, let us say I want to get this sunny, okay, which is an array of characters from this particular string. Okay, now you need to be extremely careful when you are handling this, because if you remember, if you watched the previous tutorial itself, you will know that this particular method getChars, it is going to throw an exception. Okay, so we need to be extremely careful when you are using this particular method, otherwise it will throw exception in this tutorial as well, and I don't want that to happen. All right, so first of all, what we are going to do is very simple. Okay, first of all, we need to create an array of characters. Okay, array of characters, char, let us say this is a new character, right? So string, char string equals to, okay, now first of all, what is the length of this sunny? Okay, we want to store sunny inside string, right? So what is the length of the sunny? How many characters are there in sunny? There are 5 characters in sunny. Okay, so new char 5. Okay, that is the first thing which we need to do. Then the second thing which we need to do is yes.getChars. Okay, so where is the source beginning from? Source begin means we need to find the position of s. Okay, because ultimately what do we want to store in string? We want to store sunny in string, right? We want to store the array of characters s, u, n and y inside string. Okay, so what is the position of s? What is the index of s in this particular string? Okay, now this particular thing you need to calculate extremely carefully. Remember, the index starts from 0. Okay, so t is 0. Okay, the means 0 1 2. Okay, then there is a space in between. Okay, that will count as 3. Okay, 3 plus 3 6. Again there is another space in between, 7. Okay, is will count as 9. Then another space in between, 10. Okay, vry becomes 14. Another space in between, 15. So the starting position of s is going to be 16. Okay, you need to be very careful. If you make even a single mistake here, you will not get sunny as the output here. Okay, so once again let me repeat. okay, THE index is going to start from 0 obviously, okay. So T is going to be 0, and THE means there are 3 characters, so the index is going to be 2 because index is starting at 0. Space, there is a space in between, index becomes 3. DAY, okay, the index of Y becomes 6. Then there is a space in between, 7. Okay, IS, then index of S becomes 9. Then there is a space in between, 10. Okay, then it becomes 14. The index of Y becomes 14. Then there is a space in between, 15. S is 16. All right. Then what is the index of end? What is the index of Y? Okay, so S is going to be 16. Okay, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so you need to be extremely careful because this particular method, it is not going to work properly if you make even a single mistake here. And then after this, the third thing is going to be character destination. Okay, character, array of characters. So obviously I'm going to put string here. And the fourth thing is going to be source start, destination begin, I mean, not source start, destination begin. Okay, destination begin, it is going to start from 0. So what do I mean by this is, string 0 is going to become S. Okay, then after this particular method is done, all I'm going to do is system.out.println. Then after this I'm going to print string. Okay, so if there is no mistake, if I made absolutely no mistake while counting this, then it is going to print Sunny. Otherwise, if I made any mistake, then it is not going to print Sunny. So let me see whether I made any mistake there or not. Let us see what the output is. Okay, and I have made a mistake here. So what is the mistake here is okay, let me look at what the mistake I have made here. I think I need to use 21 here perhaps. So SU and NY. Okay, this is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let me just check this once. Okay, the last character to be copied is at index source end -1. Okay, source end -1. Okay, that is why I need to put 21 here. Okay, so that also you need to keep in mind here. Instead of when I made the counting, okay, I told you that the index of S is 16. Okay, and index of Y is 20. But here when I hover over this, what is written here, you can read it from your side yourself. Okay, the first character to be copied is at index source begin. Okay, so obviously the index of S, as I told you just a few moments ago, the index of S is 16. Okay, but the index of Y, okay, the index of Y is 20. Okay, but here what you need to do, the last character to be copied is at index source end -1. Source end -1 means here source, I need to provide one extra value here. I need to find out what is the ending index, then I need to add 1 over here. Okay, because source end -1 means it becomes 20 and index of Y is 20, and that is why it is printing out Sunny here. Okay, so that is how this particular method is going to work. Okay, so then after this we don't need that particular import statement. Then after this we have the getBytes statement. Okay, getBytes. So what exactly are we going to do here? Okay, for this thing to work, it is actually very simple. All I need to do is I just need to replace this char with byte. Okay, obviously it is going to give an error, don't worry about that, we will fix it in just a second. And then after this I need to replace this with bytes. Now if you remember, this particular method, it is going to return, it is going to store the value in byte only. It is not going to store it in a form of a characters or something like that. Okay, so what is the way to do it? How can we convert character to byte to character? It is very simple. Okay, character, let us say this time I'm naming it as destination, DST. Okay, equals to new char 5. Obviously there are 5 characters. Okay, because the length of byte is 5, length of char is also 5. Okay, Now if I now reason why I'm doing this is because if I print this string right now, okay, as it is, if I print the string, okay, it is not going to print sunny. It is not at all going to print sunny. That is the reason why I'm doing this. Okay, so then after this, what I'm going to do, for int I equals to 0, I less than 5, not equals to, because index is starting from 0, right? So I equals 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, dst I equals to char, okay, then string I. So this thing is going to work. I think it is not giving any errors. So then after this, I'm going to put a system dot out dot println dst. So if I made no mistakes, then it is going to print sunny. Okay, so it is going to print sunny. Okay, so the output remains the same. Okay, but here what I need to do additionally is that I am converting it to a character array, because this particular method, it is going to return an array of bytes. It is not going to return an array of characters, right? So for this purpose, I need to write this 2-3 extra lines of code. Okay, almost 5 to 6 extra lines of code I need to write here, and I'm getting the same output. Okay, so this getChars, it is going to return an array of characters. It is going to extract an array of characters from a particular string, and this getBytes, it is going to do the same thing, but it is going to return the Aashiq code of this particular sunny. Okay, like for example, right now if I use the system dot out dot println, okay, then I need to use this particular method arrays dot toString, because right now this particular method, it is array. Okay, then obviously you need to use this particular method, or what you can do, you can use for loop also, but I am not using for loop here. Okay, so if I want to convert an array to a string, then there is a method available in the java.util package, java.util.arrays, and you can convert the array to a string. Okay, and the name of the class is arrays, not array. Please keep that in mind. Okay, I cannot write array here. It is going to give an error. Okay, so you need to write arrays.toString. It is going to convert array to a string. Okay, then inside the bracket you need to provide the parameter as the array. Okay, so then after this, if I press the run button, then it is going to print the Aashiq code. Okay, so you can see how the Aashiq code is working. The Aashiq code of yes is going to be 115. Okay, Aashiq code of u is 117. Obviously you can calculate it very easily. Okay, in the alphabet, S is going to come first, then after that T is going to come, U is going to come after that. Okay, Aashiq code of S is 115 means, then Aashiq code of T is going to be 116, Aashiq code of U is going to be 117, obviously. Okay, and the Aashiq code of N is going to repeat here, 110. Okay, that is the way in which you can understand the concept. And once again, the Aashiq code of Y is 121. We know what the Aashiq code of U is. The Aashiq code of U is 117. Okay, after U, what is going to come? V is going to come, W is going to come, X is going to come, Y is going to come. After that, Z is going to come. Okay, so V becomes 118, W becomes 119, X becomes 120, and Y becomes 121. And that is exactly what the output is shown here. Okay, so this basically, this is a list of Aashiq codes. Okay, it is going to return Aashiq code only. All right, and instead of SUNNY, if I write A B C D E, then what it is going to return? It is going to return 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Okay, no, not 95. It is going to start from 97, I think. It is going to start from 97. 97, 98, 99, 100, 101. Okay, so that is exactly what the output is. As I told you earlier, this is going to return the Aashiq code. Okay, so now that we have understood this particular concept well enough, after this I am going to go to the indexOf method. Okay, indexOf method. Okay, like for example, I am going to write I am going to create a particular string. String yes is equals to, let us say, it is raining outside, let us say it is raining outside. Okay, now after this what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this particular method indexOf. Okay, so now, oh god, what is I don't know really understand why in each and every tutorial this ID has to hang. It has happened in the previous 2 tutorials and it is repeating here as well. I really don't know what's the issue with this IDE. Okay, so we are going to talk about this indexOf method. We are going to talk about this lastIndexOf method. Then after this I think we have the substring method. We have already discussed the concat method. Okay, then if we have time we'll be discussing the other methods as well. Okay, so now here we have this method, we have these characters. Okay, we have I, we have okay, so we have all these characters. So if I want to find the index of a particular character, let us say I want to find the index of a particular character. Okay, s dot index of, okay, index of a string or index of a string only, let us say. Let us say I want to find index of raining. Okay, so this particular, as it has the raining inside it. Okay, I want to find the index of raining. Okay, so what is the index which is going to show here? Index is 6. Okay, so okay, wait a minute. Returns the index within the string of the first occurrence of the substring. Okay, the return index is the smallest value k, for which this that starts with strk. If no such value of k exists, then -1 is returned. Okay, so it is going to return the index of this particular string. I think we can return the index of a particular character also, I think. Is it possible? Okay, let me find the index of a particular character r. So then after we press the run button, it is going to print 6 again. Okay, so here by doing this 2 experiments, what we have seen, the index of I is going to start from 0 obviously. Okay, t becomes 1, here the space is there, becomes 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6. Okay, it is going to return the index of the first character. Okay, so here earlier I used raining here, but then also it was returning 6, and then after this I used s dot index of r, then also it is returning the same character 6 only. So what do you mean by this? It is returning the index of the very first character present here. Okay, then after this what is going to happen if I write I here? Is it going to return 0 or is it going to return 2? What is it going to return? Okay, it is going to return 3. Okay, it is not going to return 2, it is going to return 3, because t becomes 1, okay, this becomes 2 and I becomes 3. Okay, and this is case sensitive, please keep that in mind. I cannot stress that enough. It is case sensitive. And there is another thing which you might have noticed here. Okay, there is another thing which you might have noticed here. The I is repeating 3 to 4 times. Okay, first I is coming here, then I is repeating here twice, then I is coming here once over here in this particular word. Okay, but it is returning the index of the very first character. All right, so then after this, but however if we want to find the index of the last I, then what am I going to do? Instead of indexOf, I am going to use lastIndexOf. But yeah, lastIndexOf, and if I press the run button, what is going to happen? Actually this I is a capital I, so it is not going to work. If I use I small I, then it is going to print. So let us see what the output is. It is going to print 18. Okay, why 18? Please see. IT is index becomes 1 here, then there is a space here 2, IS becomes 4, okay, 5, Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There is a space here, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I is residing at index number 18, but the last occurrence of I in this particular statement is at index number 18. That is why it is showing the last index of. Okay, then after this, so index of it is going to return the index of the very first element. Okay, last index of it is going to it is going to return index of the last occurrence of a particular character or something. Okay, then after this we have a substring. Okay, I think this is going to be the last method which we are going to discuss in this particular tutorial. I have already discussed the concat method, okay, but we will be discussing it in very briefly in the next tutorial. Okay, then we have the substring method. So this substring method, okay, so substring method, it is going to have two, it is has two overridden. I think it has overridden 3 times. Actually it is overridden only twice because this is subsequence, it is not substring. So there are two overridden forms of this particular method. Okay, first form is going to be substring int begin index. Okay, now I know the index of R is 6. Okay, just now I came to know about that. Okay, sorry about that guys, I do not want to import that particular package there. System.out.println s.substring. Okay, I am going to write s6 here. Okay, so this is the first overridden form of this particular method, and when I press the run button, it is going to print raining outside. Okay, because the starting index is going to be R, but I have not specified any ending index here. Okay, if I want to specify any ending index, like for example I want to print only raining. Okay, starting index is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I write 12 here, I think it should print raining. Let me see what happens. Okay, so yeah, it is printing raining, but I think you need to use 13 here, then only it's going to print raining. So here also you need to keep in mind that I need to write one extra character here. Okay, if I hover over this, then it is going to show you how this particular method is going to work. Return a string, that is a substring of this string. Substring is basically a string within a string. It is going to extract this particular thing. Okay, and this substring, it is also going to be a string only, a public string. Return type of this method is a string only. Okay, so the substring is beginning at the specified begin index. So begin index is going to be 6, so it is going to extract R, and the ending index is going to be end index -1. That is the reason why I need to use 13 here. Okay, when I used 12, it was showing raining. It was not showing G, it was showing only RAININ. Okay, that is the reason why I need to use 13 over here. Thus the length of the substring is end index minus begin index. All right, so that is all I am going to talk about in this particular tutorial. Okay, so if you have any kind of doubts or any kind of questions, then you can always post in the comment section below, and I will get back to you when I can. And if you liked this particular tutorial, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you in the next tutorial. So till then, bye.